Have you ever pondered on the sheer magnitude of the streaming revolution that has swept across our world in recent years? Let's take a trip back to 2019 when the Criterion Collection launched its online channel. This allowed subscribers to stream an array of international cinema masterpieces at their convenience. That same year, 8 million eager fans in India subscribed to Disney's streaming channel within a week of its launch, showcasing the massive appeal of these platforms. Unlike traditional television networks and cable channels, these online streaming services enjoy the privilege of keeping their viewer numbers under wraps. This is because they don't rely on advertisement revenue for survival. Netflix, a titan in the industry, is particularly known for holding its viewer numbers close to its chest. Streaming services have fundamentally altered how we consume entertainment. But this is just the beginning. In the age of streaming, have we not become a generation of binge watchers? Stepping into the world of digital streamers, a fascinating pattern emerges. There is a prevalent trend, especially among the younger audience, those between the ages of 16 and 24. A recent study reveals that almost half of these digital streamers indulge in binge watching every time they tune into a television program. But what is binge watching, you ask? It's the act of watching multiple episodes of a television program in rapid succession, typically by means of digital streaming. The term itself has been popularized by the streaming giant Netflix, which has become a significant part of the cultural lexicon in the past few years. Speaking of Netflix, the industry's leader has been keeping a close eye on this binge-watching trend. By the year 2017, Netflix reported that over 8.4 million of their streaming subscribers have embraced the binge-watching culture, having binged at least one program during their membership. So why is binge-watching so popular? Well, the convenience and control offered by streaming services have fundamentally changed the way we consume television content. No longer do we have to wait a week for the next episode or tolerate annoying commercial breaks. We can now watch what we want, when we want, and as much as we want. Binge watching has become the new norm, changing the way we engage with television programs. Who holds the reins in this vast streaming landscape? As we delve into the world of streaming giants, three names stand out prominently: Netflix, YouTube, and Hulu. They are the triumvirate that rule the streaming industry, each with its unique strengths and strategies. Netflix, the industry's leader, has made a name for itself through its original content. In 2017, Netflix reported that 8.4 million of their streaming subscribers have binge-watched at least one program during their membership. One of their first and most popular original series was House of Cards. This gripping political drama had viewers hooked until a controversy around its lead star, Kevin Spacey, led to his removal from the cast. Despite this setback, Netflix continues to produce a wide range of critically acclaimed shows and movies, keeping its subscribers glued to their screens. YouTube, on the other hand, has a different approach. It thrives on user-generated content, giving a platform to millions of creators worldwide. It's a hub where you can find everything from music videos to tutorials, comedy sketches to documentaries. One of the most significant milestones in YouTube's history was when T-Series, a music production company from Bollywood, became the first YouTube channel to reach 100 million subscribers. This achievement highlights the global reach and diversity of content on YouTube. Lastly, we have Hulu, a streaming service that has carved out its niche by focusing on TV shows, especially those airing currently. While it ranks third after Netflix and YouTube, it still holds a significant 12% of all television streaming. These three giants, each with their unique strategies, continue to dominate the streaming landscape. They're not just providing entertainment, they're shaping our viewing habits, our culture, and our conversations. The streaming industry is a battleground of giants, each vying for the viewer's attention. But as we've seen, it's not just about the numbers. It's about the content, the innovation, and the ability to adapt and evolve in this ever-changing digital world. The streaming industry is a battleground of giants, each vying for the viewer's attention. How integral is streaming in the American household? Well, let's take a look at some numbers. In a survey conducted in 2019, an overwhelming 91% of respondents in the United States admitted to paying for at least one video streaming subscription. That's right, almost everyone was in on the streaming action, and it didn't stop at video. 63% of respondents were also subscribing to at least one audio service. But what about the time spent on these platforms? According to the Nielsen Ratings Company, 19% of TV watching time in America was spent on streaming platforms. That's almost a fifth of all viewing time dedicated to the wonders of streaming, from binge-watching popular series to catching up on the latest movies. And the influence of streaming services goes beyond just consumption. They're also major players in the creation of new content. In 2019, 9% of all new television programs were released exclusively on a streaming service. That's a significant chunk of new content bypassing traditional broadcast and cable networks entirely. So, you see, streaming has woven itself into the fabric of American entertainment. It's a major player, influencing not just how we consume content, but also how and where new content is released. Streaming services have become an integral part of American households, yet traditional TV still holds sway. Streaming has its dark side. Are you aware? It's a question that many of us often overlook. While it has undeniably transformed the entertainment landscape, it also opened Pandora's box of issues, particularly in terms of streaming piracy and the vast amount of adult content. Let's consider the staggering statistic that, in a single year, there were over 78 billion visits to streaming piracy sites. That's a huge number. This illicit activity undermines the hard work of creators and robs the industry of its rightful earnings. And then there's the explicit content. Take Pornhub, for instance. According to the site, their visitors streamed over 5 billion hours of adult content in just 1 year. That's a stark reminder of the sort of content that's readily available and frequently consumed on streaming platforms. While streaming has revolutionized entertainment, it also grapples with issues of piracy and explicit content. So, as we embrace this digital era, we must also be mindful of its darker corners.